Hello there and welcome to my reaction to How to Get Revenge by JonTron. And I think we're starting with an ad for something. Actually, not necessarily, but we'll see. I don't have anything to say. I love JonTron, so even if no one's watching, I'll keep doing reactions to him. Like, subscribe, become a member. Let's begin.
Oh yeah, I was just about to... Whoa, Nelly, what is that?
A tank?
You can't park that thing
It is
here.
an ad, isn't it?
But you know where you can park that thing?
No.
World of Tanks?
World of Tanks.
Of
which is
course.
incidentally the amazing sponsor of today's video.
Wow, what
This
a
ain't just any old
coincidence.
game of pew-pew, my friends. This is a game of pew-pew in giant hunks of historically accurate metal. Oh yeah, we're talking about the granddaddy of strategic tank warfare. Dive headfirst into the fray and find yourself upon a
That
fleet
tank
of
fell off a
dazzlingly
broken
authentic
bridge.
to
Where
life
was it
war
even
machines.
going?
Would you look at these absolute threads
I don't know
on
if there wasn't the
treads?
tank that
And
shot
guess
it
what?
even.
You can command your battalion of steel behemoths for the low price of absolutely nothing. New recruit?
Well,
use the code COMBAT when you sign up and unlock the Vault
it is
of
free to play,
Wonders. We're
but-
talking the Cromwell Beat Tank, a hefty stash of 250,000 credits, 7 glorious days of premium access, and not one, not two, but 3 rental tanks. I cannot believe what I'm hearing. Are you hearing this? With over 800
Yeah,
tanks
I've
to
been
choose
hearing this
from,
for
you'll find
years.
a playstyle that suits your fancy.
They're
and
using
then
the
some.
same
Commandeer light, medium, and
type
heavy
of that?
tanks.
I don't know how to call
or
it.
you could just become a sneaky little destroyer. Sneaky little stupid guy, stupid baby tank. Just step on him. You could be him. So click that link at the
But you
top
can't
of the
stab
description
because you
and
can
remember,
leave the tank.
combat code
It's on
is
GTA.
exclusively for you fresh-faced
World of
privates out
Tanks.
there. So let's show them what new blood can do while it's, still inside your body, preferably. And now,
But
our
not necessarily.
feature Halloween-themed presentation.
Oh my god, it's Halloween. I streamed the entire time. I didn't put a
Trick or
hat on
treat.
because it's Halloween.
They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And normally I would have said that was like an oversimplification, overgeneralization. But then I saw this.
Is it the same outfit he wore last Halloween?
Oh, forgot to plug it in. Damn it. Come on. Then I saw this. How to Get Revenge starring Linda Blair.
Hell yeah,
That's
it's a movie
right,
review.
Those morals are going from blood red to blood gray. And yes, it is the
Okay.
very same Linda Blair who cemented her legacy as a legendary scream queen after her performance as Reagan O'Neill.
I've never watched Exorcist, but for some reason I thought, is she an actress from Exorcist?
Girl from The Exorcist. You may also remember her from Fox Family's paranormal reality series, The Scariest Places on Earth. You know, the one with the really weird voice?
Pasquale senses an angry spirit who was denied proper burial.
Is that a
I'm not
child
really
or
sure
just...
what that was all about. Anyways, well, in 1989, she starred in what IMDb calls a dark and humorous take on how to get revenge on those that have wronged you.
Humorous?
Featuring
Okay.
a guy whose face is, he doesn't even want to be associated with this. But too
Yeah.
bad. This is the modern age. We have AI face unblurring technology.
Oh god, no.
You can't hide. Okay, never mind. I actually see why that might have been that way. That actually checks out. Put that back the way it was. What, you don't think this is scary enough for Halloween? Then I guess you must not fear pieces of media fraught with opportunities for litigious action. Oh, look at you. You're so brave. This should be a pretty wild ride.
I don't fear what I
So
don't
let's
know.
see how to get revenge.
Exciting. I guess not a movie review, but some kind of a show thing.
I was just reading a few pages from a fascinating book. It is
And the
literally
title
filled
flew
with
into it.
countless pieces of wisdom. One in particular deserves quoting. It reads,
Okay.
"Vengeance is mine." Now that's a powerful quote. And from what book am I reading? The Bible.
Oh, hey, are we playing Use the Bible to justify what I want to do right now? I freaking love this game.
Oh my God, of course it's the Bible.
27:4. The price of a woman between 20 and 60 years of age shall be 30 shekels. Oh, come on, I don't buy that. There's got to be some depreciation along the way.
Now let me ask you a personal question.
It's
Has
very
someone
specific,
ever
within
made you
20,
so
60?
angry, so upset, that you considered some form of retribution, some form of revenge?
Me? Oh,
Why
come
are you so
on.
happy
That's
while
not in my
saying that?
constitution. Okay, fine, you caught me. But you would have done the same in my shoes. That
is it?
damn dog
Airbud.
stole my NBA career. Damn you, Airbud!
Let's face it, revenge can
NBA
be
career
sweet,
and baseball
especially when it's against
and
someone who
volleyball and
really
soccer and
deserves it.
football.
Ooh, hello. that seems to be coming a little too naturally to
I-
her, you know? Maybe
Just making a
Let's
dumbest
face it,
joke. Okay.
Revenge can be sweet, especially when it's against someone who really deserves it.
Ooh, hello. That seems to be coming a little too naturally to her. You know, maybe this was her idea after all.
Yeah.
She didn't need to be coerced.
Something
This
personal is
she's
there.
getting enjoyment from this. So yeah, this whole thing appears to just be an actual guide on how to get revenge on people you don't like. And that wouldn't be like too weird.
It's just like
if
a
it weren't for
prank
the fact that
guide.
a very famous person was headlining it. I don't really understand what they were thinking when they conceived of this. How exactly was this supposed to be received by the general public? Did
Well, they thought, I'm guessing, I'm snowballing here. That's not the saying. Whatever, I'm guessing here that they hired her, so there will be a famous face, and because of the famous face, people will be like, oh, I liked her in Exorcist and whatever else she was. I'll buy this. And she thought, yeah, pay me, I'll do it. It is my job to act in stuff. And it's not going to be as bad like a situation as it is being a girl in Exorcist. Like being possessed and stuff. I'm not saying the role was bad. I actually have no idea how, maybe during filming it. Whatever.
anyone watch this and think it was normal or useful? I mean, you can already tell it's got this kind of weird, dark undertone to it, like,
Oh, shh, don't tell my wife. Look, let me tell you my favorite revenge story.
Jesus Christ.
you assume they're joking, but, like, at the same time, it doesn't really feel like it. Seriously, who
Yeah.
was the intended audience for this? It must have been really awkward to rent this from Blockbuster, you know? This isn't for, like, research or anything. I'm just, like a huge fan of Linda Blair. I jack off to this, okay? I only jack off to this. Why are you looking at me like I belong on some kind of FBI watch list? Let's look at your rental history. National Geographic Safari Edition? I guess we got a furry here, everybody.
Now, when I talk about revenge,
Furry,
I'm
shoot
not
'em.
talking about bodily injury to anybody. I mean, that is definitely not our purpose here.
No, of course not. And on behalf of our legal team, we thank you for clarifying, Linda. Anyways, check out how the belt on this chainsaw's perfect for going through this hedge in the shape of my sister who cut me out of my dad's will. Oh my
That works
gosh,
very
what a-
well.
Look at that perfectly clean cut, not related to anything in this material existence. So anyways, now the thing starts in earnest, and she
is it
starts
related
off by
in
showing us
spiritual
this guy
existence?
who apparently specializes in
Beans.
messing with people's houses or something. But not before she gives us this important message.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Yeah, I've lived long enough to know that's a serious threat.
I wanted to
heads
do
up.
something like that, but I don't have a seat belt.
Meet Private Investigator Kyle Pappenfuss. He's about to take us on a tour of what one can do to a Mark's
It's an interesting
home.
name.
There's so much about this. I don't even know where to begin. Do I talk about how he's Pappenfuss? Do I talk about his
Yeah.
little stance he's got there? Do I talk about
Oh, I
the fact
thought he
that
was
she just
leaning on the
referred to
tree.
the victim of the crime she's about to encourage as a fucking mark? Is that what I talk about? Let's hear old
Yeah.
Pappenfuss out, huh? He might have something good to say. Let's climb right up into that Pappenfussy, swirl around and see what's in there.
All right.
I don't want
First
to.
things first.
John,
The
please.
mailbox. Easy pickings.
Is that in the
Everybody has a
tree?
mailbox, and everybody reaches for
Or is
the
it
mail.
like next to the
In
tree?
the
and it's
history of
that
the
way?
world, nothing good has ever followed that sentence.
Who says
That
you
is
can't
true.
put more than mail in there, huh?
Oh,
Oh
okay, I
my
see.
god. Man, this guy, I don't know, he's got like an X factor. Like, you know, you see, he says it how it is. Hold on a second.
Who says you have to shit in the toilet when there's a mailbox of your enemy nearby? Like, what is
Like, you know
where
when
is it
someone
going?
just, like, speaks to you on that extra level? You just want to write it down so you can format it later into like a 124-page about
Jesus.
manifesto. Like, that's what this guy's doing for me. This is a knowledgeable guy.
That's
You can
how
learn something from this guy.
communist
Think of something
manifesto
nasty you
happened.
wouldn't want in there. Get the picture?
So at this
Shit
point, she
into
moves
it.
on from the last guy, and she goes to this like private investigator who I guess people would go to if they wanted to get revenge on someone. I don't know. Was this a real thing back then? I thought this was just a thing that only happened in like Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Mr.
Yeah.
Vickers, could you give us an example of what could be done to a former friend or lover?
Two examples, huh?
Oh, sorry, you caught me off guard there. I didn't notice the film crew laying undersea cables through my kitchen and dining room for the last 7 hours. Anyways, now for my candid statement that may or may not land me in a class action civil suit. Look at my hat. Look at my hat. Look at my hat here. I have the hat. I have a hat. I'm just saying that because he has a hat there.
Oh, I got it. He has a hat. Yeah. The more you had.
Okay, let's talk about friends. Such as my client, Mr. Harold Jerriman over here. Harold, why don't you...
Is he a real person?
Well, the incident took place on Thursday afternoon during my lunch break.
So just to bring you up to speed on the lore behind this part, this guy,
That's
he's
not
got
how
a
you use
complaint that he got
chopsticks.
bullied out of a seat at a Chinese restaurant because of, God knows, I don't know. Do you see anything? I don't see anything. Yeah. See no evil, hear no evil. I might be speaking the evil.
Wait, you said in
I
the
was
spot
so
where you
humiliated.
spilled
This kind of
rice
thing
on
happened
him?
to me many times in the past.
If that's rice,
and
I
I
can
wanted
tell
to get
because of
even
the
with that
quality
man.
of this.
I looked upon him as
production.
being all the people who have hurt me rolled into one, and that's when I contacted Mr. Vickers.
See, this is where it actually gets dark and scary, okay? The
Okay,
rest was
what did he
jokes.
do?
This is where the goosebumps start to go up my arm. You do not want to be the last guy in the line to piss this guy off. That's the vibe I'm picking up from this.
Well, when
I
Harold
want to say
first
something,
came
but I
to
don't.
me,
I'm not going to
he didn't know
now.
what to do. All he had was the punk's license number, but that was enough for me. I went down to the Department of Motor Vehicles, and I filled out a form.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I just gotta stop. I gotta ask. Is the guy in the right small or is the guy in the left big? Because I can't tell which one is which because they both kind of look like they're normal sized relatively, but when they're next to each other like this, I can't tell.
Now, Harold here
think it's
was
the
adamant
posture.
about getting even with him himself, so we laid out a battle plan. Harold, you take over, buddy.
With pleasure. I planted a toy handgun under the truck's seat.
So
Then I
cut?
went to a telephone and phoned the police and stated anonymously that I had seen where the robber lived. To make a long story short, the police arrived just as the man was getting into his truck.
Yeah, this right here is when he knew he fucked up for real, okay? He's not laughing
What?
anymore. He was like, okay, I was playing it up for the camera. What's going on with you? I think this guy's for real. Call somebody. I don't want to be near him anymore. Yeah, so Big Boss Daddy over here is just talking about how he framed an innocent person by planting a gun on them in the dark of night, and that's just fine. See, that's what I'm saying about this. I've dug up as much as I could on the internet about this film, and there's just not that much information on the thing itself or the people involved in it. Like, these people don't really seem
no
like
one
they're acting the whole time.
cared.
They're sort of just playing it off like it's an act, but I don't know if I buy it. There's even a part later that's just a
You did buy
guy
it, though.
showing you how to sabotage a car. Isn't there some kind of federal clause prohibiting this sort of thing?
All right, the next thing here we'll deal with is cooling
What's the
system.
federal car?
The idea is to put substances in there that expand with water.
I don't know laws. Never mind
Baking
U.S.
flour,
laws.
pancake batter, or even paper mache.
Really, the only limit is your imagination. As long as it stalls their engine when they're already doing 90 down the interstate, I'll co-sign that.
You can
Now, if
piss
your
and they're
mark is
like
a member of the minority, you might turn him over to the Immigration Service.
Oh my God!
petrol.
What was it? I'm okay.
What?
Is everyone okay? Oh, thank God she told me to put this seatbelt on earlier. To be honest, if I knew that was coming, I probably would have installed like a lap bar or something. There we go. That's perfect. I'll be needing this to get through the rest of the video at this rate. Jesus Christ! He's telling people to falsely report people to the immigration services? How was this made?
I mean-
Seriously, how was this ever acceptable? That this could not have flown
Conservatives
back
be
then,
like,
even then, right?
racists be like, I don't know.
Hours and hours of endless paperwork trying to prove he's a citizen of this country.
And better yet, they might just deport him. And that'll teach you to think twice about stealing my parking spot at Trader Joe's again, huh, you wily bastard? So if this wasn't already weird enough, at this point she brings on an actual detective from the police force. If you recall
Okay,
from
JM.
earlier, that one guy had his face completely blurred as well, so it lends credence to the fact that these are real people who
Yeah,
had
it
stature in
does.
their respective institutions and didn't want their identities released.
And to give us a few examples,
Most
is
did,
Detective
only
J.
one
M.
didn't.
I'd like to play a little game with you, if that's all right. I'll give you a situation.
Did I say that's all right? If I recall, I just stared at you menacingly. Do I look like I have time to play backgammon, sweetie? I am a working professional. Okay, one quick game of Elephant on the Elephant, but then we get back to business.
What a great edit. I love this.
Oh, the butterflies tickle my face on the way up and down.
And then I'd like you to respond with a method of male revenge that you would recommend.
Okay, shoot.
Let's say the mark is a family man.
No, I mean like shoot him, literally. Just use a gun. What are you mailing him something for? What is it, his birthday? Just off him. Use a pistol like this. Like that, just like this. Like that. Right here,
And
like
then
this.
plant it on someone else.
Let's
Ooh.
say the mark is a family man. You know, a wife, 2 kids, a dog. What can you do to disrupt the entire family as opposed to just the mark?
Yeah, you know, just like it says in this old book I used to spearhead this whole
My
operation.
God.
The son should not suffer the sins of the father. I didn't see that.
Put them on offensive mailing lists. Pornographic mailing lists such as pornographic magazines, pornographic merchandise. Put them on the Communist Party's mailing list. There are hundreds of mailing lists you can put them on.
Did they think this through at all? In this part, he's
No,
literally
obviously
advocating
fucking
to send
not.
pornography to where like minors could see or access it. Did anyone making this have even the slightest semblance of a moral compass? Just send them smut, or I don't know, put some Karl Marx in front of them. That'll confuse the shit out of them. Their grades will go down or something. That guy don't make no sense.
By the way, there are dozens upon dozens of homosexual and bisexual magazines available today.
Oh,
The last part wasn't enough.
that's gonna ruin the
Mail
family.
these to the Mark's place of work. You can start rumors or quickly get them fired.
Fascinating. Well, Detective, thank you very
You
much.
were
for
so
your
happy after
suggestions.
that.
I put my stamp of approval on this. I won't regret this at all. Thanks for watching, everyone. But before I leave you for good this Halloween
Where's my
season, I
protective
want to put
helmet?
to use some of those interesting skills I learned throughout the course of today's video.
Okay. I don't have a seatbelt on.
Excuse me. Hello?
Why did she whisper? That phone wasn't
Yes.
picked up yet.
Did you? It's not a joke. I planted a bomb in your bathtub.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, thank you for calling.
No problem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. I have to go. I hope you had fun. Bye.
Who directed this shit?
Kidding, I wouldn't do that. Plus, you said not to use violence in your thing, so I don't know why you think I'd do that. Hello?
But you can disrupt family by sending
Am I doing the show now? Am I the
gay
host?
magazines
Hi, Mom. I
to
know
place
this
a
probably isn't like
work
what you
of
expected
someone
from me. I know you wanted me to go
in
to
the
like,
80s.
medical school, but I don't know. I just feel like the doctor industry, it's not up and coming anymore the same way the straight to VHS industry is. No, it's not a phase. Stop calling it that.
I keep forgetting.
Roger Rabbit.
Keep forgetting if you hold the button, it plays at double the speed. I sometimes press the button, wait it out until a good moment to pause, and then I pause. Now my ears, because it's too tight, so my ears receive sound weirdly. Anyway, like it echoes. Well, this was a trip. I feel like JonTron didn't even have to do anything for this to seem bizarre and weird and out of touch, I guess. I don't... I don't know. What I do know is that I liked it a lot. And I hope you did as well. So thank you everybody for watching this. I appreciate it a lot. I hope to see you next time. And if you don't subscribe, I'll take revenge upon you. I'll shit in your mailbox. Goodbye.